Hello, I'm Alice Waters, and I'm the owner of Chez Panisse Restaurant, and I'm the vice president of Slow Food International. I'm speaking today from my garden here in Berkeley, California, and I would like to talk to you about an idea called school-supported agriculture. It's not unlike community-supported agriculture, and in that the school decides to have a relationship with a farmer or a rancher and commits to buying that food always at a very good price. Not at a wholesale price, but that at the real price that it costs to grow that food, to raise those animals, and particularly a price that reflects the care for the farm workers. And I know this can be done because I've been doing it at Chez Panisse for almost 50 years. I was looking for taste at the beginning, and I ended up at the doorsteps of the local organic farmers and ranchers and the sustainable fishers. And I built a relationship with them. And they could count on me buying all that they had during that season. And we ended up finding a farmer who was farming regeneratively, so he was pulling down the carbon from up there and putting it down into the ground where it belongs, and in that way addressing climate change. He taught us so much about growing the food, and the health of the soil is where all the nutrition is. So, of course, we want this food for our students. We want that for all of us. Right now, most schools are the biggest buyers of fast food. What if they took that same amount of money at the schools and really supported slow food? And we're talking about a lot of people and a lot of money that is being spent not only in the kindergarten through high school, but at the university level as well. Huge amount of buying power. Ooh, a mosquito. We have that possibility, particularly at the university level in the state of California, because we have a land-grant university, and every campus has a huge parcel of land. And they could not only teach regenerative farming and give certificates for that, graduates in regenerative farming like they do at Santa Cruz campus, or they could be really studying the health that can be gained from regenerative food, like they're doing at UCSF in San Francisco and Irvine campus, and what they're doing up at Davis. Davis has asked me to start an edible education institute, and I'm hoping that in doing that we can help sort of find a path for the kindergarten through high school. Those grades don't have any money. The elementary schools, the middle schools, the high schools don't have the money to do this kind of research and pathfinding. But I believe that the University of California, with its amazing history of supporting the economy of California, could teach these values of stewardship and nourishment and community and diversity to every student through the purchasing of food from the people who take care of the land for the future. Now, just like Chez Panisse does, it could take all the scraps and the food back to the local farms and ranches. It's so amazing how much food is wasted and how much we could save by bringing it back to the land and really regenerating our lives. This is a message that of working together. This is taking all the people that have been working on these issues for 50 years, like Chez Panisse, the certified organic growers, the preservation of the environment, the Sierra Clubs, the NRDC, all of these organizations globally have been working to prevent a disaster like we're seeing happening around the world today because of climate. And we could all be connecting with the school system and really helping to teach the next generation all that we have discovered in these many years of advocating and of being connected to this incredible Slow Food International network. It's inspired me for many, many, many years. It's where our strength is. But if we use that school system, we will be taking the values of good, clean, and fair and bringing them right through the cafeteria door of every school on this planet. We can do this. We could do this. And I am extremely hopeful. I know that we need to be the change we want to make in the world. I've always called it a delicious revolution because this is not difficult to do. It's so beautiful to look around in my garden right now, to see my big redwood tree, enormous red, a very small herb garden back there, some lettuces over there, and a huge quince tree that made us some beautiful quince jam just recently. So thank you so much for being part of this and for spreading the word, because this is the essence of slow food. Thank you. 25 years ago, we started the Edible Schoolyard Project right here at Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School.
When the students come to the Edible Schoolyard project, they enter into a space that is filled with wonderment and that is meant to provoke curiosity.
They get to go out into the garden and plant and grow and harvest their own food and then bring it into the kitchen to prepare nourishing, delicious meals.
So this isn't really a gardening class or a kitchen class. It's a math class or a science class in the garden.
Meaning they're learning the chemistry of compost, or learning history, art, and the humanities while in our kitchen classroom making dumplings or cooking a curry.
The Edible Schoolyard Network was launched in 2010 as we recognized that school gardens were growing across the country.
This network provides educators an opportunity to connect with each other, share resources, and also download some of our Edible Schoolyard project resources.
We have just shy of 5,000 programs on our network within the United States and nearly 800 around the world.
In March of 2020, schools began to close because of the COVID-19 global pandemic.
Since the start of school closures, we've pivoted to offering edible education at home,
which is a suite of over 44 lessons for families to download and use in their home classroom environment.
In the 6 months since the start of Shelter in Place, we saw just around 30,000 downloads of our curriculum resources.
The demand for these programs was overwhelming, and it was super exciting to see so many people engage and be so excited about leveraging the home as a classroom for learning and edible education.
We have climate change upon us, and what better place to make dramatic change than in the public school system, because they are a very big buyer of food.
So in 2018, we launched our Pledge to Public Education.
Now this pledge is about school lunch.
We want to provide an organic school lunch to all children, K through 12. Imagine if that food was procured from farmers and ranchers who are utilizing regenerative organic practices and who are also taking care of the farm workers in their fields. Imagine the impact that we could have, not only on climate change, but on our food system and on our communities.